What's shaking, YouTube? Welcome to Nerdy Couch. We are live for the very second time, and yeah, it's still nerve wracking. All right, first, I want to take some time to thank my subscribers. It's been wonderful. I've only been doing this for a couple weeks, and the amount of support I've had from the YouTube and comic community is awesome. Today, we're going to be talking about the Captain Marvel movie. Um, it's not getting real great reviews, um, but if you remember, the Venom movie did well, and before that, they said that it was going to tank. So I enjoyed the Venom movie, and we will get into how I feel about the Captain Marvel movie. But before we get to that, I'd like to show you some books. I did some dollar bin dives, and let me show you some of them. Oh yeah, this video will be replacing my Sunday video that I would have brought out. So this weekend's video will be right now. So I hope you enjoy it. So I picked up Captain Marvel. This is not the Carol Danvers Captain Marvel, obviously. I don't have very many Captain Marvel books, so I will show you the few that I do have. This one is number 55, and I picked that up in the dollar bin, so I'll take that any day of the week. Second off, I have this one here. This is number 2, Captain Marvel. That is the Carol Danvers. I don't have any more with her, so that'll have to do. Prior to this, I wasn't really a huge Captain Marvel fan, so I just recently started collecting them due to the movie. Next, I have Miss Marvel, and this is the toy variant. It's a number 1, I believe, number 1 of a series 1, and it's a cool book. I haven't gotten into it. I haven't read much of Miss Marvel or Captain Marvel up to this point. So that's going to be it for the Captain Marvel related stuff. I do have some other dollar bin stuff I will get into, and might not get through it all, but we'll see what we can see today. Got Raiders of the Lost Ark. This is number 3. I paid 50 cents for this book, and I didn't have anything from them, so yeah, why not put it in the collection for 50 cents? I'll buy just about any book, and looks like a bit of an older book, a 50-cent cover, so we'll put that right in the collection. These are all books I got recently. We've got Ghostly Tales, number 157. That is a 60-cent cover. That's another book that I picked up for 50 cents. And it's a bit of an older book, so I like it. I haven't got many of them in my collection yet, so trying to get some of the older stuff. We've got number 1 for Willow. I don't know if you remember that old movie Willow, but I don't know. It was a good movie for its time. I don't mind it. I'd watch it again. We have number 71 for Ghostly Tales. This is doesn't say how much it was worth, but I picked that up for 50 cents. I like that cover. It's cool. Got some surfing guy. It is not the Silver Surfer, though. Don't you get it wrong. We have another Ghostly Tales. 15 cents. I'm assuming that one might have been the same. No. Number 76. Again, just trying to add some older books to my collection. Super old, but old for me. we've got a Western book here. Now ignore the price tag on it. I did not pay that for it. It was in with the 50-cent books. We've got a 12-cent cover, number 83 for Two Gun Kid. The colors on these old books are pretty spectacular. You don't get a lot of books like that anymore. And I need a board for this one, but this is Tales to Offend. I think this must be a reprint. It's number 1. Yeah, I don't know too much about that book. It's got $3 written on it, but I didn't pay that. I would never pay that for this. Then this is more modern book, but I've got Ironheart number 1. That doesn't say it's a variant, so I think that must be the original copy. Pretty cool though. I don't know much about this character, but I think there was a bit of hype about it at one point or another, so I'll look into that. Put those books down here. Get them out of the way. Give myself a little bit of a drink. It's just orange juice, folks. I don't want to get too belligerent on you. It's going to be a short video. I'm going to aim for about a half hour. That's if I don't run out of stuff to say. If you catch me looking down every once in a while, I've got this booklet here where I've written some stuff down, because I won't remember anything. I barely remember pants sometimes, and I'm definitely wearing pants today. Trust me. You don't need the proof. Just trust me. I remembered my pants today because I wrote it down. Anyway, I want to talk about this book here. This is the Gambit V, or Deadpool V Gambit. It says on the bottom, the V is for verses. Isn't that fancy? Really good couple of friends bought this for me as a congratulations for my YouTube channel and starting my YouTube channel. And I really appreciate that. I did get into reading it. I haven't finished it yet. But as far as books gone so far, there hasn't been a whole lot of fighting between Gambit and Deadpool. I'll have to mention that my buddy Derek, that was part of the couple that gave me this book, his favorite character is Gambit. One of my favorite characters is Deadpool, so it made sense for him to buy me something where the two of our characters would fight and battle. But there hasn't been too much of that so far. I'm probably about 2 issues into this book, and for the majority of it, they've been collaborating, doing some heists together and stuff like that. It's a really goofy book. What can you expect? There's a part in this book, see if I can find that real quick, where Spider-Man, or I say Spider-Man because Deadpool is dressed up as Spider-Man, and the Daredevil is being played by Remy, which is Gambit here, and Gambit in the costume of Daredevil jumps down, and Deadpool in the costume of Spider-Man, see if I can get that in frame, catches him in a Dirty Dancing pose. And I mean, what other book are you going to find stupid, silly stuff like that? It's absolutely amazing as far as I'm concerned. The artwork's good in this book, and it's fun so far. And aside from the little bit of fighting that they do so far, it's mostly been collaboration, but I think they're getting into the part where they're going to start disagreeing, and mistrust is going to happen, and they're going to start chopping each other up. So I really appreciate that, Derek and Jeanette. Thank you very much. I appreciate the support. Okay, so it's time. I've only been in 10 minutes, and I'm fearing that I'm going to run out of time because I'm nervous. I'm not running out of time, but run out of stuff to say. I'm ready. I'm ready to bolt right now. Okay, I'm ready to bolt. Don't let me. Okay, don't let me. All right. So, Captain Marvel, the movie, with Carol Danvers being played by Brie Larson, Jude Law as Jan Raj. There's Annette Bening playing Marvel. Now, the app that I was using to look for the cast role for this movie, Annette Bennett was listed as a Kree scientist. I think that's doing it less justice than it deserves. She's playing the character Marvel, and Marvel is a bigger part of the story than even what the movie has made it. I think um, she did. Carol Danvers did get her powers from Marvel, but she got them in a slightly different way than in the movie. Um, I don't know too much about her origin because I've just recently started looking into her as a character more. But I would say the movie they did an all right job, but they varied enough to make it different. And I don't know. I think I might have liked it better. Uh, Spoilers, by the way. I'll try not to spoil too much, but I don't know how to do this without a few spoilers. So you've been warned. Um, in the comic books, as far as I know, there's an explosion which forces the powers to transfer from Marvel or Captain Marvel. Correct me if I'm wrong. And they will transfer to Carol Danvers, and then she discovers that she has powers like Captain Marvel, and then becomes Miss Marvel, and then later on takes the name Captain Marvel as Captain Marvel dies later on. Um, the first appearance of Carol Danvers is in Marvel Superheroes 13, 1968 book. Um, a book I'd love to have, but I don't, unfortunately. Uh, it is way above my budget. Um, the origins you'll find in Miss Marvel #1, 1977 book, and um, Comic Tom 101 is giving away 3 of these books. If you want to check out his channel, you can find out more about how you can do that. He's teaming up with Variant Comics show, and you can look that up and get a chance to win that book because it is a wonderful book and it is not cheap. It is going for a lot of money, and it's going to be hard to get, especially with the movie being out. Now, the movie's kind of the internet makes this movie sound like it's tanking. I saw this movie last night, and I enjoyed it. It wasn't spot on. It wasn't spot on. I mean, there was a few issues, but all in all, I'm going into this with a pretty novice view on the character. A lot of these Marvel movies, I'm going in and I know a lot about the characters, and I can nitpick. But when you go in as less of a fan of the character and learning more about the character through your research and through the movie itself, you can go in and you can really enjoy this movie, and you're not nitpicking all the time. Nick Fury, Samuel L. Jackson's part, it was great. Like seeing him as a younger Nick Fury, and seeing how he got his eye patch, um, which I won't give away, but seeing how that all happened and stuff like that, it was fun. It was a fun movie. It was enjoyable. Um, Seeing the Carol Danvers character, come to life in the way they've made it, I definitely enjoyed it. Um, look down at my notes here again because I'm a very forgetful boy. Okay, see what I got here. Oh, the one of my favorite parts, and I think what everyone's gonna have the same feeling is the cat Goose, which is Chewy in the comic books, I believe, and he's a Flurkin, and you will find out exactly what a Flurkin is when you watch this movie. I won't give too much away, but this cat, Goose, is probably going to be one of the most popular characters in this movie. I wouldn't be surprised if the first appearance of Chewie, which I probably should have looked up the first appearance of Chewie, but I didn't. All right. I wouldn't be surprised if that went on the rise. You're going to see it on the top 10 list on Comic Tom. Once again, I think. What else is there to say about this movie, Dan? I mean, dropping the ball. All in all, I like the movie. I don't want to give too much of it away. Um, Jude Law's performance as Jan Raj, Jan Raj. I don't know. Not a real big fan of Jude Law. He did an all right role. I'm not certain I liked how they put the aspect of him giving her blood and that being part of the reason she can use her powers and stuff like that. That's what I took from it. I'm not certain I like the fact that they could turn her powers off, I guess, and use that against her and stuff like that. She's supposed to be one of the most powerful beings in the Marvel universe, and to suggest that she could just turn her powers off at will like that was it was a little bit much for me. I could have done without that aspect of the movie. All in all, I'm gonna say I'd probably give this movie I think I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. It was a good movie. I enjoyed the movie. Carol Danvers was absolutely kick ass once she started using her powers, and once her powers were fully unlocked. Like she was just absolutely kicking ass, and they're trying to portray more strong women in these movies, and they did it. They did it. She is a kick ass character, and you're gonna see her in more movies. You're gonna see her in Endgame, which I'm excited to see. Um, I don't even know how other characters are gonna keep up with her in this movie. It almost feels like they're gonna have to dumb her down because she's just crazy powerful. So, like I said, give this movie a 7 out of 10 because I did enjoy it. Something I forgot to mention that I really enjoyed in this movie is the 90s nostalgia. Any movie that can take us back to our childhood or our teen years and stuff like that, it's always going to tug at us. You're going to remember all the stuff like they've got like blockbusters and Nintendo Game Boys. When she hacked the phone and it made that Nintendo sound where the Game Boy would turn on, it was absolutely amazing. Like it hit me like so hard. That nostalgia, you put that in any movie, and I think that it's gonna fly because that's what we're based on. We love nostalgia. We like to see things we're familiar with, and we like to see things that we can relate to. and stuff that came from our childhoods. That's why we collect. We don't, we started collecting these books and these toys and these figures because it's stuff that we love. Stuff that we love from our childhood, from our past. Wouldn't be anything without nostalgia. So putting that in any movie, you've already won me over. You've already won me over. Sorry. My apologies. All right. That was absolutely ridiculous. Don't let me do that again. Why would you let me do that? God. All right. Anyway, I don't have anything else to say about that movie other than I think it was good. I think that the negative hype that it's getting, it's all bullcrap. Just go see the movie, enjoy it. Sure, you're going to have to let a few things go if you're a big fan, but all in all, I don't think that Marvel dropped the ball on this. It's definitely, I mean, they didn't DC it, all right? Sorry for DC fans by all means. But anyway, I'm going to show you a few more books and then we'll say goodbye because these live videos are exhausting, guys. I don't know how you pros do it all the time. Okay, so got another stack of books here. Later on in other videos, maybe I'll talk more about my actual topic, but I'm nervous, guys. I'm super nervous. We have, again, ignore the price. I never pay what it says. I don't like paying what it says. I don't like giving money to people. We have Spider-Gwen Active #1. This cover is amazing. And Spider-Gwen is kicking off the Spider-Verse movie. Absolutely amazing. She's a great character in that. If I had to pick my favorite movie so far of the year, it would be the Spider-Man Spider-Verse. That movie is absolutely awesome, and it deserves any rewards it gets. I've watched it like a ton of times already. This is a great book. I picked it up for very cheap. That cover is awesome, man. Oh, almost Buellered that. Gosh. We've got another Spider-Gwen here. This is a second print, but I do like the cover on it. I will show you the cover, don't worry. Maybe I won't. No, I'll show it. It's number 24. It's got that black cover. It's wonderful, wonderful artwork. Thank you very much. Then we'll move on to some Gwenpool. This is number 9, the Gwenpool series. I picked this up for 50 cents. I like Deadpool, and I like anything in that universe. It's the Marvel universe. Get real, Dan. I like anything in that aspect, really. The Deadpool, anything, really. So, Spider-Gwen, she's a funny character, and I enjoy it. Move on to another character I don't have much of, so I will pick up as much of it as I can because I do like the character, and I hope to see him in a future movie. And I think a lot of other people do. This is Nova #1. It's a really cool cover. Spent way too long looking at that. Yeah, that's how we do it, though. This is Nova #2. Again, these books paid 50 cents for, and I think they're awesome books for 50 cents. Pick these books up, man. We have another Nova #1. I don't know whether this is a different series or just a variant. It does not say variant, but it's a pretty cool cover. And again, 50 cents. You can't lose. So we have number 8 for the Silver Surfer. I think I picked this one up for $1. Really like that cover. Got that yellow pops this big, what is that? Some sort of octopus dragon thing, and Silver Surfer's riding some silver bird thing instead of his board. It's crazy. So Silver Surfer number 8. Next we have X-Men Adventures. That's a cool book. Another Gambit on the front there. It's super. And for you wrestling fans, we have none other than The Undertaker. Boom, boom, boom. Look at that. He's soaked in blood. He is The Undertaker. He is crazy. So I'll probably try to pick up some more of them. It's a cool looking book. Then here I have paid $1 for this book. This is X-O Manowar number 0. X-O Manowar number 0. And then going with that, we have another X-O Manowar. This is says it's a part 1. I don't know much about this book. I'm going to open it up here because I need to show you something with this book. I looked online for this book, and I could not find out whether it was a variant, whether it was... I just couldn't find out any information. I couldn't find the cover art for it or anything, but it is a news stock print, and yeah, I just could not find anything about this book. Yeah, there's just... It was published in November of 93. It's a volume 1, number 22. But I couldn't find pictures. I couldn't find prices for this book or nothing. So if anybody knows more about that book, give me, hit me up. A couple more books here, and then we'll call it a day. We've got Robin, The Joker's Wild, number 2. Not number 2, but it's number 1. It's Robin 2 is what it is. And I don't get a lot of DC books. I have a hard time getting into DC. Lord knows that the movies aren't helping. I've heard Aquaman's not bad, but I have my doubts. So if anybody can suggest any DC books that might get me excited about DC and get me into more DC, whether it be movies, books, let me know if you could suggest anything that would just, get me into DC more. I'd appreciate that. We've got Slapstick, number 1. Another book for 50 cents. And don't know much about the character. Don't know much about the story. But for 50 cents, I'll find out. You betcha I will. You betcha I will. Another 50-cent book. All New Inhumans number 1. It's a cool cover. Again, why not for 50 cents, right? All right, so let's get into these books here. Just a couple more books. When I say a couple, I mean about 10. These are all going to be Spawn books. I want to try building my Spawn collection. So let's get at her. And I'm now realizing that these are in no particular order because it's a mess, people. This is 21. Spawn 21. It's a really cool cover. Spawn 10, like I said, they're all out of order. I'm sorry. I'll try to be better with it next time. I'm not going to go sorting them out right now. Cool cover, a little cartoony character on there. Number 8. If anybody can tell me any more about these books, give me a shout. I don't know if this is supposed to be some sort of Spider-Man homage, but he's definitely doing a Spider-Man-esque little stance there, or that's just a superhero stance. I don't know. We have number 11, which comes after 10. Yeah, bet you didn't know that. You knew that. We've got number 18. Nice. We've got number 27. That's a cool cover. Oh yeah. Ectoplasm all over the place. Making a mess. Making a mess. And then last but not least, number 23. You guys have seen my Spawn number 1. And I really want to keep collecting these series. So here they are. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry if I'm a little nervous. I'm still getting used to this this live stuff. I am lost without my editing. You know, this whole one take stuff is it's hard. I don't know how you guys do it. Again, thanks to everybody who subscribes. Like and subscribe if you would, and I will see you guys very soon. Again, this replaces my Sunday video this week. I will try to get to you again midweek and then see you again next Sunday. Take care, guys. Bye.